Hi, English 122 students. I'm here to give you a middle of the week message for Module 10 or Week 10 of the course. Really more than a message. I want to start with a celebration. I compiled a list of your topics and your medium or your media, whichever form of the word you're using, for Essay 3. Essay 3. Some of you are writing in an academic essay format. Some of you have chosen a different format or a different document that you're designing along with your writing you're doing for Essay 3. I'm so excited about this, y'all, because listen, you have mostly been writing academic essays in English 121, mostly writing academic essays here in English 122 with the rhetorical analysis, and Essay 2 is a revision of a piece you've written for another class for most of you. But Essay 3 is giving you this challenge of choosing a different medium, and I'm so excited some of you have done that, and I'm also so excited for those who are sticking with the academic essay. You feel comfortable with that medium, you feel comfortable with your writing within that medium. So what I'm trying to get at by focusing on writing in a medium is for those of you who have accepted the challenge of trying something different, a blog post, a blog essay. You all can see some of these different ones. A fiction reflection essay. Roski is doing something where he wants to be in a role-playing character's state of mind, but then reflect on how that helps with mental health, especially in this time of COVID and doing so much online. So lots, magazine articles or blogs. Nicole's thinking about a letter to self. Morgan is thinking about magazine articles, a short poem and an accompanying essay. For those of you who can't reach the 1,000 word, that's like 4 pages, which if you're writing an academic essay, the 1,000 word requirement, then I need you to submit an accompanying essay to give some insight on the medium you have written. So why I'm saying all of this, y'all? First, because I'm celebrating, because this is exciting work for you and exciting work for me to read. And I want you to be aware, we have not talked about voice, writing voice in this class. And you might be noticing, if you've chosen a different medium, that your writing voice has to shift because your medium requires it. It's not academic writing, right? It's not academic sentences. We're looking at some sentence writing and some sentence revision work this week in the Module 10 discussion board. So be aware that you might be writing sentences that have maybe more words in them than you need, because sometimes academic essay writing sort of encourages more words to say something when a more direct sentence might be more appropriate for your medium. So super excited about your topics. You all will post this and attach it to the email, this compilation of awesome topics and awesome mediums that you have decided to write in, so that you can look at that more closely. So super excited to receive your essays. You remember that Essay 3 is due by the end of the day, Sunday, April 3rd. I want to say one more thing about Medium. I've been thinking about this a lot, and especially since I've been having check-in meetings with folks, before I went on spring break, and I've been meeting with some students earlier this week, and definitely have some more meetings today and tomorrow. I've had some conversations with students about their mediums. We're talking about the document design. That's what you're focusing on with Medium, is how your writing document looks. So now you're focusing on writing, but also the presentation, right? What the reader sees, the visual nature. This gets us into thinking about visual rhetoric, which we'll be thinking about even more for Essay 4. So you're getting some great practice with that. But I want to caution you that I do care more about your writing than the medium. And so you'll see that I have this quote on my PowerPoint that I'm just highlighted in gray, just so you can see where I am on the page. I found this great passage in our textbook. If you have version 8, and I forgot to put the 8 here, it's on 402. If you have version 9, we're on page 403 and 404. These kinds of assignments, when you're working with a medium, as you see what the quote says, are potential time sinks. They'll consume all the hours you're willing to spend on them and more. So let me say again, I care more about the writing than the medium. I think your best goal is to try to mimic the medium the best that you can. You're not being asked to go learn all of the tools in Microsoft Word, all of the visual tools in Google Docs. If you've decided to use a website template, that's going to speed up your design of the medium because the template is made and is easy to use, and you can, upload text into the space where you need it to be and upload images into the space, and you're not doing a lot of document formatting. So keep that in mind, you all, that I will be very satisfied to see a document in a word processed document that mimics a magazine article, that mimics a blog, that mimics a letter the best that you can. I think the biggest thing to consider is making sure that your language, your sentence writing, your diction fits with the medium, fits with the audience you've chosen, fits with your purpose. Now you all are starting to see how technical a rhetorical situation is as the writer. You have to define all of these elements and make the writing work according to how you've defined purpose, audience, medium, which genres you're using, exigence, all the stuff we've been talking about so far this semester. And one last thing I want to say about the rhetorical situation is, y'all, let's try to make some connection between the reason we wrote Essay 1. You did a rhetorical analysis at the beginning of the semester, which analyzed the rhetorical situation of another writer. And now you've been in the position 2 times where you're defining your own rhetorical situation. So I hope you see the purpose of the rhetorical analysis now. It was helping you to practice something that you're now doing yourself as a writer and applying to your writing assignment. So super, super excited for Essay 3 because, this assignment is, I think, the most challenging that you've had so far. The revision assignment was definitely challenging too for Essay 2, but you're applying the rhetorical situation more in this assignment than you have in the previous 2. And now we're looking forward to Essay 4 where you'll do it even more and have an additional challenge there. So super excited to see what you're creating and what you're writing. One last announcement, y'all. I heard from a student in class who wanted to do a website document that Weebly is now charging money. It looks like it was sold or is now owned by Squarespace, which has its own website service on a different website. But if you Google Weebly and you haven't started your website design yet because you've just been working and researching and all of that stuff, you'll be asked to pay for a package for use of that Weebly website template. And this change has just happened this week. I've used Weebly in the last couple of weeks and was not asked to pay for anything. So that's a bummer for those of you who haven't set that up because Weebly is very easy to use. I have a hunch, I'm not all the way sure, so those of you who've already set something up on Weebly, the next time you log in, make sure it's not asking you to pay for anything. Do not pay Weebly to do your website document. So what you might want to do is switch to one of these other 2. I did a little research the other night and found that Wix seems to be pretty easy to use. It actually looks more complicated to use than Site 123. So you can Google search Wix or you can Google search Site 123. Site 123 reminded me of Weebly quite a bit. I went into both websites and kind of played around with them a little bit to see how easy it was to change the navigation, to insert text, to upload images. And Site 123 seems to be a little easier. So if you haven't started your website document, y'all, make sure you switch over to Wix. Wix, I think it's wix.com. I'm just going to pull that up real quick. And then site123.com. I'm just seeing what URL comes up real quick. Or you can just Google search it. Yep, it's wix.com, so you can find it there, or site123.com. All right, so that's a bummer, but I'm glad we discovered it really fast and so that you can make any adjustments that you need to make. All right, I think that's the end of my middle of the week announcement to you. Hope you're having a great week. Again, looking forward to Essay 3, and I hope you have a great weekend, y'all. Talk to you soon.